Hello everyone, my name is Notepad and on and I write games for fun. So what are we doing today? Today we're going to be going over Broken Crucible. We're going to be starting the development process on that. Ooh. As you can tell, I am, as always, shining and brilliant. I, the Ascended One. So, what is Broken Crucible? As I have put down there, it is a prolonged gaslighting session of Horus. I would like to believe that it's something more than that, but it's really not. Hence why I've dubbed myself Horace Harvey this time, because I am a terrible, terrible human being. But generally speaking, I've kind of got some things planned out already. And we've got the lore section. We've got the unexplainable. Kind of the idea is, for lore anyway, what we're going to be doing is, what is the general situation? What's the pitch? What is magic and in turn the Crucible? What is it like on Eris? Because that's what the planet is going to be named. It is going to be named Eris. Eris has the Crucible at the heart. Hey, what is becoming a god actually meaning? And it's, hey, the Stellarch races refer to them as ascended beings. What does that actually mean? It means that you are a functional immortal, and you can bend reality around your concept. They are dramatically stronger, but they can be killed. Then we talk about Chiron the Dominus, otherwise known as a guy who became God and decided to gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss a bunch of people. And that is why Eris has a bunch of weird tech on it now, because he effectively stole a bunch of shit and reverse engineered it. Leading to the next jump cycle, pretty much the impetus for the game, which is, oh hey, you know, there are a lot more jumpers than normal, and this last big thing is going on really hard, and there's going to be a lot of people showing up, a lot more than normal. What's this game? Ow. What's this game about? Well, this game is effectively a... How do I want to word this? It is a fantasy game in which the goal is to become a god. You want to build up your legend, build up your heroic deeds, do things, confront enemies, grow in power gradually, before making your way to the Crucible, at the heart of the continent, or the heart of the planet, and ascending as an ascended being. Off-brand cultivation? Not even necessarily off-brand cultivation. I think another way of wording it would probably be... That's a good way of wording it. Do you know how in an RPG, you go from level 1 to level, like, 50, and by the time you hit level 50, you're like a fucking demigod compared to everyone else around you? That is the best way of thinking about it. It is, you've officially hit the point in the game where you are no longer questioned. I think if you've ever played Fear and Hunger, it would be the A endings, where you become a new god. I think that is a very accurate way of looking at things. Hey, congratulations. You have now, you've done a bunch of things. And congratulations, you have become as gods, with all the associated problems that go along with it. I will probably end up darkening the model of her a little bit. It shouldn't be too long to fix that. I'll just have to do it this time. But it'll be even better because, oh! Let's see. Has it already been 5 months? I was going to put some song lyrics, but I realized they were kind of creepy. Also, add dog. People like when you were going to add cat girls, except the Lord is a wizard who wanted a loyal woman. So he combined a female thief he knew very intimately from past adventures, so he brought her from being executed at the gallows with his aging female dog. What? Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna drink this coffee here real fast. damn fine cup of coffee, everybody. This is a great start. But yeah, no, one of the biggest ideas is that there are technically, if I bring up the Miro file here, there are technically two groups of people who kind of know about this phenomenon. There are the people on Eris, otherwise known as your stereotypical fantasy world, and there are the Stellark people, the people from fucking space. They don't have great names as of right now, as they are currently Mao, soul robots, the not Cenobites, and amphibian people. I don't have a really good name for them, apologies. But that's kind of the idea, is like, hey, you've got this very fantasy world, but you've also got, like, guys with laser guns. If you want a good idea what's going down on Eris right now, it's, this is a pretty good, what is this? Oh. I gotta save this. Strange Tales of Songling. Yeah, this is the, fun fact, this is the script for today. I forgot to save it. There we go. Afterward. This is a very good way of understanding what this, yeah, I think this is a pretty good way of understanding what this game actually looks like down on the planet. Oh, hey, everything is fine and dandy until someone pulls out a laser gun. They're like, haha, I'm gonna use my magic gun. Bzing! This is all for years. This is the perfect setting for it. Xeno Warrior Princess. A wizard did it. It's not even a wizard, because all the space races can't use wizard stuff. Only people on the planet can use magic, which is an unexplainable phenomenon that shouldn't actually work. But we are going to be doing the system today, and kind of plotting everything out for later. So first things first, I actually need to bring up Somata, because this game is going to be mostly based off Somata, with a little bit of, there's going to be a smidge of a ZDT in here. This is going to be the game with the most convoluted fucking, initiative system physically available, because we're going to be citing goddamn Final Fantasy 13. This is going to be the first and only game you will ever see cite Final Fantasy 13 as its one of its main inspirations. Goddamn Final Fantasy 13. What a beautiful shit show. So, let's do bring you. So, Broken Crucible. Slur. You can't just type slurs everywhere. We have to be, we have to be appealing to the younger demographics these days. You don't understand, people. I'm trying to become YouTube famous like the Utopia guy. Let's see. Broken Crucible's role-playing game about the... Spartans this through 6 bits at me. Golden hype train. We're doing it. Oh. Yeah, the golden Kappa train. Let's see, Broken Crucible is a role-playing game about... Undertaking, let's see, undertaking a quest to... appease the Crucible of Eris, a mythical and let's see, mythical and illogical. On that those who earn the right to seize it. Earn the right to seize it. The Strider, whether the, let's see, whether, the Striders may be, they hail from the planet of Eris themselves, if fantasy world of dragons and beasts. Let's see, of monster. Let's see, a fantasy world of monsters and magic. Undergone. Let's see, it's undergone its fair share of catastrophes. Stars may help from planet of Eris, or be a jumper from the Stellark. Stellark races, from the Stellark races that that loom far above, and both of these. Let's see. Thrown away most of the trappings of mundane life for the siren call. Adventure and glory. Yet to be seen. But the path to leave apotheosis. Let me apotheosis. But the path of let's see, actually the path of apotheosis. Let's see, but the path of apotheosis is strewn with the challenges of the road. Let's see, strewn with the challenges of the road and the sins of one's on the sins of one's mortality. Surrendering the let's see. Path of apotheosis. Let's see. A group, let's see, players or PL will the role of a party. It will take the role of a party of Striders undergoing on the planet of Eris. Their adventures and trials. Legendary Odyssey to build power and let's see, to achieve godhood. Whether they are, let's see, whether they are doing this for noble purposes. Let's see, whether they are doing this for noble purposes. Actually, no, ruthless ambition. Whether they are doing this for noble purposes, ruthless ambition, or untamed ego is their own matters to attend. Is their own. Is their. Mm, 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 mm. One of the PL will become the guide. Will become the guide. A narrator of events, a narrator of events, and chronicler, a narrator of events, and charge it for the. Progress through the quest. They will act on behalf of the ensemble. Let's see. Will act on behalf of members of the ensemble who oppose or aid the striders on toward their goals. Of course, the gnomes of Eris. Listen to the guy. See, of course, the gnomes of Eris listen to that first and foremost. Let's see. As jumpers land and the Arisian vagabonds. On their mission, each of the should have a set of. Sorry if I'm not responding to anything. Sided dice or D12s. 4 to 6. Other dice may appear in the tail. D4 to D20, but D12s are the central. Internet fame is worse than Birth Lord, though. You get incredibly aggressive fans and no money. Notepad, how does, how much to make a game about my barely disguised fetish? Make a game for 15 months, you just might make it for you if that's interesting. I'm gonna steal and cuck you a second time. Notepad, I'd make a game about my blatantly obvious and completely gorged and revealed fetish. Well, it depends on the fetish, mostly. Some fetishes are easier to do than others. See, here's the thing. We can talk about this now because you fuckers brought it up. See, here's the thing. Generally speaking, if you're like, I want to make a fetish RPG, you look at something like that. Now, thing is, some are just simply like easier to do than others. Let's be honest with ourselves here. Me, you, everybody else. Let's be perfectly honest with ourselves. If you're like, you know what I really like? I like tall women who beat up problems. All right, cool. This is workable. That is something that is workable and easy to do. Fine. Oh man, you're making a fetish RPG. No. I am making an Amazonian RPG. Very different. It's not a fetish material, but everyone knows. And that's perfectly fine. Now, if you're like, oh man, I love feet. Like, no. busty barbarian bimbos. Remember that horse. It's busty barbarian bimbos, not blonde bimbo barbarians. What the God. See, the thing is, like, how do you make a feat RPG? You don't make a feat RPG. That you just have to work that shit in. Then you get like weird stuff, like oh man, I want to do like God, like my fetish is badly designed, barely thought out PvD that focus on weird sci-fi films of the 50s. The gorge, yeah, they're like, yeah. If you're dealing with like, I want to do a fat fetish game, like this is like this is complicated. Like, this is complicated. You want to know why it's complicated? Because you are immediately having to make it a big deal. Like, that's the thing. It's just like, you have to make it a big deal. The second it becomes a big deal, things get harder. Oh man, I want to make a cool... No, it will become harder. It will become more complicated. Like even when like, and then if you start like mixing things, like I want office ladies, I want office ladies plus ninjas plus, you know, actually like skin tight suits, you know, plus I don't know, like femdom or something. Like this is like okay, you know, this is this is too much stuff to even think about. And then you're just making a time it in game. Also, you'd use Crisis Core for that, by the way. Yeah, it's like, the thing with, like, fetish RPGs, you always have to, like, have that weird thing as this, like, I'm sitting around the table, or, like, I am, like, in a voice call with I know our other men, talking about something that is clearly a fetish, or you just go with the Vice and Violence, or the everything that's not illegal or scat fetish game. Not really. Like, you are in a voice called Jork in it. Yeah, exactly. Like, that even doesn't do it. Like, imagine my voice here. Imagine my voice. I, Notepad and on. Oh, yeah. Hey, baby. Do you want to step on me? Squelch. No. That doesn't work. Something's there. And like, you've immediately removed something. So everyone has to, Vice and Violence, do not Google it, is you are removing so much stuff from that. So it's like, okay, well, you have to, like, everyone's either into it and it gets weird and everyone's just kind of gotta sit around and kind of just deal with it. Made by a hentai artist. Not even a hentai artist. It's just a weird porn dude. And it's... They're like, oh man. I remember going through that game and being like, oh, there's Vor. Uh-oh. It's Vor. You know, cue Sam Hyde gif. Again, yeah. So it's like... It's always the thing, and the worst part, I think, like, the worst ones are, like, and I've gotten this before. Oh, it's inflation. There's a lot of inflation. The thing is, I've got one, like, this isn't a fetish. This isn't a fetish. Like oh, yeah, don't worry, it's not a fetish. It's not a fetish. It's not a fetish, guys. You know, it's like, it's not a fetish. You know, it's definitely not. And then you'll be like, okay, what are you basing this game on? You know, those fun shows like Totally Spies, you know. Remember Totally Spies, everyone? You know, Totally Spies, the I can't believe it's not a fetish show, but it very much is, and no one talks about that part. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, oh god, hell no. Yeah, the giant... Okay, I can't show anyone this, but in Vice and Violence, one of the main ways to transport around is that a giant vores you and they just run to a place. That is actually how it works. And you get, like, weird things in that setting, which is actually, like, genuinely weird and interesting in its own way. That's the fucked up thing. There's some actually interesting ideas in it. One of which being that effectively the gods keep fucking up making the setting to the point where like there are barely any animals in setting, and all like the milk, you know, the milk in the world, that comes from people. There is only breast milk in Vice and Violence's world, by the way. There are no cows. Because the gods themselves in that setting are perverted losers. And they make a point of saying that they are perverted, dumbass losers. Yeah, there are literal, actual cow women. Yes, it is a very strange thing. But yeah, no, it's just like, I've had people like vaguely approach me being like, oh man, I want something like a Totally Spies RPG. Being like, no, you want something to masturbate to. Don't you lie to me. Don't you fucking lie to me, you bastards. I know how you operate. I love it how we're having a completely serious conversation about Notepad making fetish, potentially porn games. Like, the thing is, I've always waited for. I've waited for the time someone just is fully prepared to drop that money. And I know I would do it. That's the worst. I know I would do it. Because the thing is, like, by sheer technicality, I've already been paid to do it. I've already made one. It's Dying of Dryads. Like, this is an actual, just like, full-on Coomer game, by the way. I want you all to know this. This is a full Coomer game. It's dressed up a lot to make it look like a Shakespearean play, but this shit is just a Coomer game. This is about fucking mythological creatures. I ain't even beating around the fucking bush. It is a game about fucking mythological creatures, and that is the entire point of the game. Like, I got paid to make that. I'm ready for it. Someone approaches me with their weird, obscure, fucking porno RPG. I'm ready. I embrace the darkness. I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light. Black Souls TRPG. See, the worst part is Black Souls isn't even complicated because Black Souls uses a traditional RPG method. That's the best part of Black Souls. You would just be making a traditional JRPG with except options for defeat include eat, kill, well, that. You have defeated the fairy. What do? You know, this game is based on a fetish subtitle. The book's cover raised a lot more questions already answered than the cover. Eat, kill, own a hole. Here's Ernalina, that design almost anything from a bag to distract people from D&D and PPTA. The ultimate sacrifice of his dignity and soul, pushing the community forward. Nah, man, I'm fully ready. I've made magical cat traps, fucking magical ANCAP cat traps, adventures on the Lost Island of fucking Thule. It's over. I'm cooked. There's nothing left. I'm a brain damaged. There's nothing but rot up there. Okay, so let's get back to business to defeat Das Huhns. Oh, so it's so you want to rewrite Fatal? See, the problem is, anytime someone has approached me, like, anytime I've, like, debated on doing, like, it's a fetish game, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to make, because I'm not that interesting. Though I've had, see, this is the worst this is the worst idea. This is my dog shit idea up here. I've always debated on trying to make a visual novel role-playing game. That sounds weird, but think about it. It is a full-on visual novel role-playing game, with the entire concept being you are playing a visual novel with all of the associated stupid tropes for it. Now, the fun thing is, Fortissimo almost got me what I needed. Fortissimo was the metaphorical needle in the arm, and Palinka Effect was the other needle. Currently, I am juiced. I am ready. I think I can make it. I think I can make the most overcomplicated visual novel tabletop role-playing game experience available. Though I am happy people get I'm very glad, by the way, that people actually like the Fortissimo video. And the Fortissimo video, it's a very bizarre experience, because it's just like, I had to introduce people what the fuck Fortissimo was. There are 30 comments on this video, and it's just people replying like, what the fuck is this game? Like, I am cool, but I am lost. Yeah, it's just like, you have to do, like, I have to explain how the fucking power system works. Like, I have to explain the fact that God's spear of creation. What if I just super horny? Well, fun fact, that is the reason why Second Twilight War ended up there's the reason 0 Hour Squadron ended up as weirdly horny as it was almost entirely because it was God, what was it? It's Change Stars, right? Yes, Change Stars. This is it. Change Stars was the reason why that exists. And it's a very strange thing, because effectively humanity declared war and we lost, and now we have been absorbed into the super lesbian compact of lesbians. I'm not lying. This is the actual lore of Change Star, is everyone is a lesbian. And some of you who know in-case art might be looking at that and being like, hey, wait a second, is that, yes, it's inspired, but not directly. This is the... this is legitimately the game that inspired 0 Hour Squadron to be as weirdly horny as it is. And why we will never be able to do more Gachi Muchi games. I still want to make a sci-fi game. I have no clue what the fuck to make because you stole Broken Crucible. See, that's the beautiful thing. It's not even like full-on Broken. Like, Broken Crucible isn't even a full-on sci-fi game. It's great. Okay, so let's actually get back to work. So let's see. This. See, this is the beautiful thing. Is like I am legitimately speaking. This is just like. Let's see. With the Strider. Should the chance out, remove the chance outright. If the failure to does not always mean that have not completed it. However, leap across a roof. Let's see. They may. There we go. Do this. Philosophant. Si, philosophant. Appel au français. You know what we're gonna do right now, just so I can remember to keep doing this. Going to do the alternating colors, because alternating colors do help break things up. We're going to select all you. We're going to select you. We're going to this. Okay, which brings me to Samata during their adventures. Let's see. During their adventures. Their adventures in on. often without warning. Both sides have a to desire for something, and the clash of minds or steel is the only solution. Whoever scores the whoever scores the highest number of successes is victorious. If there is a tie, here. The rank will determine the order of priority. Go. Okay, so we do all of that. That leads into 0 rank skills. We do this, we do this, we hit you. The Bratty Toaster Diaz. Let's see. Oh God. On the character sheet, it has a section that says sex, a pre-filled in lesbian. If you take the setting at face value, it's like humanity, fuck yeah, and reserved, and it's genuinely terrifying Lamau. Or no, the old wedding joke is bastard making be loyal, some sort of lady. What the fuck? Solid. Can you stop talking? I watched the video. Good energy. Fortissimo's art had a fantastic line delivery. Thank you for using Lexand. Be ready for this Friday because Whiplash should be going over one of your games. Oh. We're gonna be working on this on Friday. So let's see. I mean, see, fun fact. I want to show everyone this. You reminded me about humanity, fuck yeah, and I want the world to know about this. So, I got really one of our own, you could say, one of our own, decided to show me, and he's like I'm doing some, what was it? Fuck you. Like. There we go, Starbound HFY. Now, one of the things is, he got approached to do some writing for this. Now, we looked into it and we're like, okay, this seems a little bit weird, and I was like, cool, let's read it. Now, I'm just going to, I don't have the Mr. Beasto versions of all of these, but I'm like, there's a special kind of slop. Like, there's a very distinct kind of slop that this content is. Like, that's the funny thing. It's a very distinct kind of sloppa. And it just keeps going. And it's not just like, oh, it's one story. Oh, it's like Death World, Death World, Death World. It's like, oh, you're dangerous, you're scary, you got something that others don't, you shoot a gun because you were useless, under a piece of metal moving at high speeds. Death World, Death World, Death World. Wow, look, our bodies are different. Wow. Oh no. Oh wow, we can swim in a spacesuit. Why? Okay. Death World, Death World, Death World. Man, we're so Death World, Death World. Like, It's Adventure of the Robot Voice Reddit thread. The Beast Alert. The thing is, it's all narrated by actual people. We watched a few of them. We watched one, and it was like, this is agonizing writing. This is truly agonizing writing. And the reason it's agonizing writing... See, the thing is, that's so bizarre for me, is that it's the same shit all over again, like, consistently. Like, you've got one joke, like, oh man, you're from a death world. Like, oh man, you got crazy shit going on. Oh shit, you got all that. Wow, you got a penis or whatever. Like, it's consistently that. And I'm like, what is this slop? Like, this is what it is. It's slop. And I'm like, oh god, this is painful. Like, and there's just more of it too. Like, you gotta remember, like, it just keeps going. And it's the same, like, overexcited, like, oh my god, Irma Gerd. See, I don't even have the fucking... Like, yeah, that's why I was like, I should invest in, like again, it was like the Beastler thing, like the fucking Mr. Beast thumbnails. It was weird because it's all the same Mr. Beast thumbnails. And I'm like, I gotta respect, because it's like actual, like, people reading these. Like, that's the thing you always gotta remember. It's like, it's still there. And again, it's the same thing. It's every day these come out. It's like, holy shit. What the fuck, people? Like, this is pure sloppa. Like, oh god. Yeah, exactly. They make $30 per story. I'm like, no shit, it's awful, but I'm like, not expecting quality for $30 and that $30 a fucking story. See, you should, like, it's not even like a dime novel. Like, that's the funny thing. Because they have exactly, like, 2 story beats. Oh man, humans are from a death world. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is... You're from Earth. Oh my god, you live on a death. Oh my god. It's like, that's just it. That's like, oh my god. Like, oh, you shoot a gun and it's metal. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Are you suggesting that aliens don't understand kinetic force? I would not be surprised if people use, like, ChatGPT to write out the middle bits, if that makes... And mind you, they are like 40 minutes long of a guy narrating it. And it's a real person narrating it, too. And the one we watched, Zazzy actually pointed out, be like, yeah, that is an actual, like, voice actor dude who reads these things. And it's like, ooh, like, maybe we just watched a bad one, but I was like, hey, they. Let's see, try to me, begin as flawless creatures. Whenever... Let's see, the Mercy D12 scores 1 success on a 4 or higher instead of the... Go. That leads up to momentum and hindrance. Now you may be thinking, Notepad, you're just copying, pasting all of this stuff from Samada, and the answer is yeah, I fucking know I am, because it's the same system. Let's see. So we're changing some of the wording on it, so a little bit easier. Because we've been using lasers and plasma gravity for the last 30,000 years. We're pretty much how a hunk of sharp rock can do. I don't know. It's one of those things where something presented poorly makes it feel a lot worse. And I think that's a big thing with that channel, is like if it's presented poorly, my opinion of it is lesser. And mind you, it's all AI gens, and they're not good AI gens. I know they are going to Midjourney or Bing or whatever, typing in exactly what they want, and then just posting that. Oh yeah, shoddy. Not even like shoddy writing. It's just like the entire presentation, the writing. Like even if like the guy talking about it, like even if the guy like enunciating was having fun with it, I think it would be better. He clearly had given up. Like that was the funniest part with that. Like he had given up. He did not care. Like he was like, I do not want to be here. This is shit. And it was like, yeah, that kind of reduces it down. On the subject of human-generated slop, have you seen the Korean manhwa that are vaguely European settings? Always have the most stupid names known to man in these stories, legit fantasy or isekai edition. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've read a few chapters of one, and it's some prime slop. It's some prime, like... See, Korean manhwa is weird. Because, like, you look at Korean manhwa, and every time I'm like, give me something cool. And it is either solo leveling. It's just solo leveling in a different context. Man, I really want to be a Japanese work, but I can't afford to do that, so I am instead going to be something vaguely similar. Slop. And it all has the exact same fucking castle. Can I find the Korean manhwa castle? It has this castle. Every single one of them have this castle. It's always the same castle. Like, there's more than one of this exact same castle out there, because they just use, like, 3D things for it, and I've seen it a few times, and every time it's odd. And then I look at some of these other ones, and they all look the exact same to me. You know, I've had some people say, oh, you know, Japanime, all this manga looks the exact same to me. And I'm like, nah. And then I see, like, this Korean stuff. I'm like, yeah, no, this looks exactly the same to me. I think it's just, like, the fucking face is a little off, usually. And, like, the way that they move. Like, the castle, let's go! Like, there's nothing wrong with having like a pull-up isekai castle city. It's so fun. Yeah, you get the isekai castle city. Like, you get the isekai city. Like, the fact that every single isekai city is the exact same city. It's really funny. And like, oh man, like it's not. It's gotta be. Like, you see this, it's the same river, usually, and it's always weird, because you see it once, and then you see it a lot more often. And then you have a city, or you have, like, you have, like, a city, or you have a setting that is distinctly not that. And when you realize that it's not that, it feels a little weird. You're like, oh man, that is a little bit strange. I've seen the city a few different times, and then also Princess Connect redrive. God bless Princess Connect. Glopping noise. I need my bow burn East Korean isekai manhwa already. Anime walled city gets boring after the 97th run. Glopping noise? Am I going to let me top into Schizo Den right here. Let me just post the 2 years of Steven condensed into 2 seasons. Oh Jesus. Let's let's see. Was this let's see if This we're heading to. Certain checks will take place over a long time. These refer to extended check when making it. Let's see when the guide will announce the time interval, minutes, hours, days, weeks, set difficulty value, 10-time difficulty. When the interval occurs, the strider may make the appropriate check and apply successes to the difficulty to do so. Let's see. Let's see. I'll take days at DV50. Died. Is life an extended check? Let's see. Let's see. Starting makes a check. Reduces it may take view. Comrades with the sword. If the go, we do extended checks, so that okay, so throughout their adventure, the Striders will encounter creatures and people of different ranks. Well, of different ranks. This does not indicate a rank in society, or skill, but a connection to the Crucible. Connection to the Crucible and their own steps toward apotheosis. As the Striders will be climbing the ranks. Alongside others or in spite of others. Let's see. See, the Stranded will be climbing the ranks alongside and in spite of other, alongside and in spite of others. Confronting a threat of a greater, actually, one's rank will indicate many different, namely that, will improve to match the newfound status. They will. Higher ranked. Always. Untrivial for them to worry about. Now, as the something that is hard for a wanderer. Let's see here. Something that is complicated. DV. Something that is complicated. DV3. DV4. DV4 for a wanderer. Hero, legend, myth. Okay, so let's see. So this would be 7, 7, 7, 7. 5. One more. One. Four, 5, 6. The let's see, the Shire has multiple ways. Action die to their check. Explain this because kind of the idea of the jump here from, you know, like we want to increase the difficulty, you know, like, okay, I'm jumping up one step or two, whatever. The idea here is that you are officially attempting something you really ought not to. This is something that you shouldn't be able to do. This is something that is not really appropriate for you. Can you attempt it? Not going to say you can't. I'm just saying that you really shouldn't. But when you become a hero, something, you know, something difficult for, you know, normal people is not as impossible. What's an impossible feat, you know, things like that, you know, like, okay, you want to do gradually the more powerful you become as you progress through the ranks, you are gradually becoming more and more, you can almost say, desensitized to it. You're not really caring anymore. Like, it's becoming so boring to you almost. Once you hit myth, anything that was simple, standard, even advanced when you started, that's something you can just kind of do. It becomes trivial to you. Like, you know, we can put it. See, the assumption of competence. Do I have the assumption of competence in Samata? I don't think I do. No, I do not have the assumption of competence. Do I have you in Zero? Do I have you in Zombie Dark? This was the thing I was putting in a lot of different games back in the day, and it's kind of the idea of, yeah, competency or understanding. There we go. The assumption of competence. Let's see. Striders. A Strider. Always put competence. A Strider is. Is someone. Is the assumption of competence allows the Strider to and it's exceptional in some. Strider, let's see. See, nor do see that. Strider does not need see, does not need a check to prove they can navigate a city. Or walk along a ledge. However, navigating the vast tunnels complexes of the dwarves. While walking along a ledge while the rain and waves batter. Oh, worse, dull. So, promise of excitement. Go, because the entire concept of what we're doing here is enunciating that you, as a strider, are really good at your fucking job. You don't need to roll to do most things. The thing is, anytime you do need to roll, you're good, and that's where ranks come in. Because over time, things become more and more trivial for you. And when things become more and more trivial for you, you stop caring as much. Hey, this was something that was, I had put a little bit of effort into doing this before, and soon morphs into, I don't really care. I don't care. That it's so effortless to me, and so effortless. And when things become effortless to some people, they start realizing, hey, wait a second, why don't I do something big and stupid and dumb and risk things and risk my life to do stupid shit that I don't need to do? People do that all the time, in fact. People do that a lot more than you think. Because people are silly and people make mistakes. So, keep it black or do something like that, and maybe like just announce that it's trivial, or I guess we can just do. There we go. Mm. Mm. Okay. Do those three. Hello, Amano. Hello, Amano. How you doing? Mint tab. That's weird. I don't like that very much. Why is this here? I don't like that. Go away, you. No one likes you. Why did you add this, Google? Go back to normal. Nope, absolutely not. There we go. So let's just do a quick rundown of what needs to actually occur here. Like that's the secret. What actually needs to go down? What is the actual plan? I know it doesn't seem like we did a lot today, but it's just a lot of little work. So, first things first, we need to do lore. Lore is going to be it's going to be this. It's not going to be difficult. It's just something I need to sit down and I need to just do. I need to sit down and write. Question on money. I have 1 coin and 100 coins. Should I make a 10 coin or should I say lol get fucked? So here's a horrible thought. Why do you have the thing is, it depends on how your monetary currency functions. In the US, we have a 1 cent, 5 cent, we have a 1, 5, 10, 1, 5, 10, 25 cent coins, effectively. In Japan, if I find the yen coin, how many yen coins? Yen coins go up to 5,000, goes from 1 to 5,000 yen. Genuinely speaking, though, you're probably going to find more things like this. 5 yen coins, you're going to find 10, 20, maybe a 50. You know, you're going to find things like this. If we go to something like coinage in like India, for example, India's got a lot of different coins. The rupee's got a few different coins out there. Let me see if I can find the exact amount of the rupee coins. Let me see if I can find the rupee coins. 1, 2, 5, 10, and 20 rupees. So money in the crystallization called Supa because VTuber game and super chat memes. You could do, I mean, Akasupa, chat, super chat YouTube. What is the God, what is the limits with the super chats? Is 1 to $500. Oh, God. Where is it? It was the... Where is it? It was... Yeah, so it would be, you can probably add in, I would say add in like a 10. It would be 10, yeah, 10 would probably be a fine one. 110, 100. The meme or something. See, the thing is, you can make it like a one is a blue. God, what's a blue super chat? I've seen the blue super chat before. Blue super chats. God, what is the There we go. So yeah, 100. You could probably call them yellows. Yellows, and if you want to add one of them, you want to add like a 50 coin, you can make them oranges. There you go. Because I knew they had like a very specific. They had a very specific tone to it. $2. The meme name. Let's see. Green Supas. They're super. It's If you want, you can call them greenbacks or yellowback. Not yellowbacks, actually. That's a bad one. Yeah, yellowbacks sound bad. Super. There's probably a term for that. Come on, Spartan. Become the meme. You can do it. I believe in you. You're already a big joke. Let's see. So we need to do lore. Lore is a pain in the ass. No, if we go back to... I am the joke, but nobody's laughing. Ah. So we need to do... How do we want to do character creation? Because we need to do character creation, then we're going to go into the adventure, which is going to be traveling. Which is pretty easy to understand. We're going to then go into combat. Traveling, combat. If I want to be a dick, do I want to gaslight Horus? That's a question. Because we can have... Well, actually, this is a gaslighting Horus game, so we can add in a... There we go. When in doubt, always understand that we can gaslight Horus. That's the funniest part. Let's see. So we do the adventure, and then we go into combat, and then we would. Generally speaking, this is what we need to do when it comes to character creation. Immediately we do, what comes to mind is we do race plus class right off the bat. Like, we explain kind of what's going on. We do race plus class on Friday. Then we open up to, we talk about our cores, we talk about our skills, we then talk about our arts. Core skills, arts, and then we... Core skills, arts, and then we start our first passions. Then we start talking about our passions a little bit. Oh, and then we would need to talk about... Health and wounds. And we would do all of that. explain what's going on there. We explain everything here. We do this shit. Then we immediately follow into the traveling system, which we already have written effectively. We do into the navigation system, which is going to be pretty easy. And market stuff is easy. Then we could maybe do spellcraft, steal from tyranny. Steal from tyranny, and then we would do... Horace, I haven't finished your game yet, Horace. This is going to turn into an episode of SpongeBob trying to write his essay. Horace, why are you writing your game, Horace? What are you doing, Horace? Let's see, so market spellcraft, steal from tyranny a little bit. So we just do some spells, advancement, enemies most foul. Advancement's going to have to do our natural improvement into our more more in rank improvement. Natural improvement is you're getting better at being you. Now, rank improvement is you have accomplished a very specific goal, and because you have accomplished a very specific goal, you have ascended. Becoming a hero is not that complicated, relatively speaking. That is very easy, in fact. You just have to do something impressive. You need to defeat an enemy, you need to defeat a powerful enemy, go on a magic quest. You need to do something that is pretty easy. To give you an idea, completing an OSR dungeon would make you a hero in this setting, roughly. Not even a very long one. Like, just to go in there, fight an ancient monster, and, fight a little monster, clear out a goblin den, emerge, everyone celebrates, yay, you're a hero. Cool. From there, things get more complicated. You need to go on bigger quests, you need to go on bigger threats, you need to confront bigger enemies. To hit that final stage of, to qualify for godhood, you effectively need to kill someone else in the apotheosis stage. But at that point, you are, as we say nicely, cooked, and you aren't going. You are not leaving the hood. You have committed. You are unfortunately committed to the bit, and the bit is usually going to be you being a horrible person. Then we lead into enemies most foul, and then we're good. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling good. I'm gonna call it there. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Godspeed, good luck. I will see you all on Wednesday. Not Wednesday, Friday. Today's Wednesday. So, yeah.